Okay, so I'm gonna do number 4 from the guide, from the study guide for the CA. Okay, this one I think is the hardest one of these. First, I'm going to graph f of x equals 5x. So let's go ahead and make our table. Let's make our table x and y. -1, 0, 1. And so that shows us that it's going to be 1/5 and 1 and 5. Let's go ahead and graph that. -1, 1/5, and 0, 1, and 1, 5. Okay. Oh, if I could do this, okay. Oh, make sure I don't go below the asymptote. Okay, that's my f of x. That's my f of x. So state the domain. The domain is all real numbers. The range is a parent function, so, and it does not reflect over the x-axis, so y is greater than 0, and asymptote is y equals 0. Now write an equation for g of x. Write an equation for g of x where it's transformed 3 down, 4 right, and reflected over the x-axis. So if it's reflected over the x-axis, first we're going to have a -1 times 5. Okay, that was our base. Now 4 right, that's a +4, but inside, when we attach it to the x, we're going to go ahead and change the sign to a negative. And 3 down. Remember, I told you can also write it in the universal way, so it can become negative, and then f x minus 4 minus 3. Okay, either way, it's correct. Okay, and guys, it's very useful that you learn this way. You put a star by it. Now let's go ahead and state the domain. Domain, once again, is all real numbers. Now range. Let's look at the range. This function reflected over the x-axis. So remember, instead of greater than, it's going to be less than. Whoops, not less than 0. It moved 3 down, so that range is going to change -3. The asymptote also changes. Y equals -3. Let's go ahead and graph it. So our original points were -1, 1/5, okay, 0, and then 1, and then 1 and 5. First, it reflected over the x-axis, which means that the x values are going to change signs. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The x values are going to stay the same, okay, but when this point, you see this point right here, you see that point is now going to drop down to here, which means somewhere below, so that means that the y values are going to change signs. So we have -1, -1/5, and we have 0 and -1 here, and then 1 and -5 here. Now, after we've done that, we can do 4 right, let's use a different color, 4 right and 3 down. So +4 and -3. Okay, +4 and -3 for all these points. So 4 minus 1 is 3, and then -3, and -1/5 or 0.2 is -3 and 1/5. And then 4 plus 0 is 4, -3 and -1 is -4. 4 plus 1 is 5. -3 and -5 is -8. So here are my new transform points. Let's go ahead and plot that. First, I'm going to go ahead and indicate the asymptote. That helps me graph. It's y equals -3. Okay. 3 and -3 and 1/5. That's 3 and negative. Right here. Okay. 4 and -4. And 5 and -8 over here. Let's go ahead and connect all those. Okay. And there's my new g of x. Any questions? Pretty straightforward. Just do it step by step, guys. Good job.